Welcome to Comma. Is this your first visit? Please feel free to explain.
Women today navigate multiple roles: caregivers, students, and professionals. These roles increases exposure to constant interactions, noise, and expectations. Yet, nearly half of the population identifies as introverted. For them, overstimulation is not a preference. It is a condition that leads to stress and withdrawal. In the Gulf, cultural expectations encourages modesty and restraint, while modern public spaces demand visibility and interaction. What they need is not to disappear, but to pause. A pause that allows you to breathe and then continue. Needing a break doesn't mean stopping life, it means giving yourself a space within it. The project is located within an active urban context. It sits between residential, educational, and commercial areas, making it easily accessible. The site experiences two contrasting conditions. At certain times, nearby stadium facilities attract large crowds. At other times, the surrounding green field and academic zones remain quiet and open. The site sits between these extremes, activity and calm. Multiple parking areas support accessibility while the green landscape helps buffer noise and movement. This allows the project to function as a quiet pause within an otherwise active environment. The concept of blend-in emerged from questioning what makes a space feels human. In studying introversion and overstimulation, I realized that pause is only possible when a space does not demand energy from you. So instead of designing something iconic or attention seeking, the project prioritized human scale, honest materials, and softened light. When a space feels human, comfort comes naturally. This project responds by offering variety instead of extremes, curved circulation instead of rigid corridors, multiple exits instead of singular paths, layered privacy instead of closed boxes, materials that feels familiar and emphasize comfort. To translate the concept into a plan, I began with program placement, organizing spaces by function, proportion, and levels of sound and privacy. After studying the sound path and the depth of the footprint, quarter programs shifted towards the edges instead of being centered. The early layouts were rigid, almost grid-like, with clear adjacencies, but it felt too strict. So I introduced the comma form, the geometry softened, circulation curved, and the spaces began to flow rather than align. The layout follows a simple logic. Circulation is clear and intuitive. The plan is organized by sound, activity, and privacy rather than rigid program boundaries. This reduces decision making stress and supports intuitive movement. On one side are the quieter programs: reading, education, craft, painting, and silence room. These spaces are inward, focused, layered, and protected. At the center are shared functions: reception, lockers, and the oasis. On the opposite side, more active spaces gradually emerge: sports, kids' areas, cafe, and outdoor access. Sound, movement, and energy increases slowly. Large openings connect directly to the outdoors, allowing activities to extend outside. Children can play, users can eat, move, or rest. The first space you encounter is the oasis. Water, arches, and filtered light created an immediate sense of grounding. This is not a gathering space that demands interaction. At selected times, the oasis functions as a flexible communal zone. It can host small scale activities such as pop up booths, home based businesses, creative displays, or informal gatherings. These activities are intentionally low intensity. The space remains calm during daily use and quietly active when needed. Public, semi private, and private zones flow into one another naturally. Users choose how visible or withdrawn they want to be, without being pushed into extremes. This project is not about escape, it's about acknowledging that life is intense and designing space that responds with care, a place that allows you to pause, breathe, and continue. Sometimes what we need isn't a period, it's a comma.